If you want to build a massive chest, you have to stop bench pressing right now.
Welcome to Heinz Senior's Coaching Up. Get access to the P3AK High Intensity Training ebook and its exclusive video tutorials. Commit with Heinz's coaching right now and be provided with a year of meal plans, training programs, and more. www.p3akday.com. There is no room for the littles.
I haven't seen the sun in a week and a half. Look! It just came out! Look at that!
I love it!
Welcome back to another exciting episode of After Hours. I am Dave Palumbo, and I'm joined by my favorite whack packers today, including our special guest, Leslie Timble, who's back, our show psychotherapist, as I like to call her. What's up, Les? I can't hear you.
It's all right. You just clicked
there
in.
You
Did
are.
someone say something?
There you are. Okay, we got you.
I lost my audio somehow.
You lost your audio for a second there.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
You're supposed to wait for me to introduce you, Rob.
What is that?
I said you're supposed to wait for me to introduce you.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I thought you did.
I'd like to welcome back my my favorite two whack packers, John Romano and Greg Valentino, of course. Guys, you know, Jimmy the Bull is sick today, and he was supposed to be on the show. We were gonna, you know, go over like what happened last week with Rob and with Lee Priest and Jimmy, and but Jimmy's sick, and he, I guess he was feeling good. He went to the gym last night. I just was on the phone with him, and he said that he had a relapse. So guess where he's heading back to today?
The VA
hospital. He's cheating on me again.
I know.
Yo.
I think he's actually secretly seeing another Canadian behind his back.
That's
Go
reason.
figure.
It's reason 42 on the list of why Jimmy's never going to leave New York.
I'm coming February 1st, he told me. February 1st, I'll be
Fucking
there.
shit. He ain't
There's
going
VA hospitals in Florida too, but
I told him there's a good one. There's a new one here.
But you know what? Then he
What's
likes those.
adamant as I had about masks not working on day one of the pandemic, I equate that to how sure I am that Jimmy the Bull is never leaving New York unless it's feet first.
Oh, you'll see, John. You'll see.
You'll see February
John.
1st.
You
I'll be there.
will.
February you watch. I'll be there.
Speaking of people who we thought would never leave New York, you know, Mr. G's in Florida now, and I texted him the link to the show today, and he said, I'll be there at 1:30. I said, beware. He's at Cape Coral. I'm like, oh, no, he's coming today.
And you know what's funny?
And this
Isn't
time
there
you
some
got-
kind of rule or law, John, that any smallie that before they show up at your house, they have to give you notice? Isn't there?
No,
Guess
you
what?
got to send Amanda out first. They can't come in. They can't.
Guess what? He's gonna have dinner. Do you have a bed there too?
I have a lot to do today. I don't know. Maybe I'll let him drive Logan to MMA or something like that later. You know, maybe.
Hey, you know what?
Oh shit!
Your day is shot.
You're done. You're
So
done.
we're trying to
Unless you
figure
want-
out where to put him in
No.
the studio, where his
Yes, have him
saliva.
spar with, you got to have him spar with Logan.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I want him in somewhere in the studio where his saliva won't have any projectile possibility of hitting me in the face. You know.
Got to put him in a plexiglass tube.
That's funny.
I should have built a COVID chamber. You know what I mean? Yeah, how they
Yes.
used to have. What was that show? Like Guess Your Line or something. They used to put the person in
No, the boy in the plastic bubble.
No.
the
You
boy
remember
in-
that TV show? They'd have someone sitting like a.
What's my line?
What's
my line?
Right, a secret they'd put you in a room and then you had to ask questions about the other person. Right, that was a good show.
Yes.
Dave, if you were
Or-
smart, you would have gave him the wrong address.
I don't even know if I gave him the address. He could
Have
be
him
at
driving around.
He might go to the neighbor that they called the police when Big Lenny came out here. You remember?
Oh shit!
I get
Yeah, I
along with
remember
guy.
that.
They
That was
made
funny.
What
up.
happened? I was absent that day. What happened?
No, Big Lenny was coming in for an interview, and he showed up at the neighbor's house, the one that like I was having problems with, and the guy called the cops because he felt threatened. He thought like we sent someone over there or something like that to beat him up.
Lenny.
Lenny
And you
came with his
sent
crew.
me- and you- oh my God! And you sent Big Lenny? That's
Yeah. So during the
Some
middle of the
people
show that Lenny was on, the police showed up at my house. And so we went outside and we filmed the whole thing. Yeah. So
Big Lenny's a big guy, man. I've seen him in person. I trained with him. He's huge, man.
I wouldn't want Big Lenny showing up. I mean, not that he looks dangerous at all, but it is kind of a scary, like, type of in a monsterish kind of way, type of situation.
Right. He has that look.
How tall is he?
Lenny?
How tall?
He's about 6'3".
How tall is Big
He's
Lenny?
over 6 foot.
6'3".
He's 6'3"? Wow.
Yeah. I would say 6'2", 6'3". I trained with him. Close 300 pounds.
He's like my height. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Now, did you have any problems with Big Lenny too?
No. I've never had a problem with them. I've always gotten along with them. They started rumors, something silly about me and him, and which I never ever did. So
what was the rumor?
They said that I called his job and got him fired, and I never had a problem with him. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Why would you do that? I mean, did you guys have a dispute?
No. I don't know what it is. The Misfit fans and all this back then didn't like me. So I guess
think that you have somebody, Rob. I think you have somebody that fucks with you really bad. Because I don't believe that you sent that email. I said it before. I said it off the show to Dave.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. If you fucking people like that, I know there's people that don't like it. There's people that don't like me. There's fucking full articles on the internet of what a piece of shit I am. You know what I mean? A fucking most hated man and all that. I don't let it bother me. I think it's funny. You know what I mean? Whatever. One think a synthol, a fucking whatever. I pump air in my arm, whatever you want to think. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that that Rob would actually go from his own fucking site with his own name stamped on there and go and fucking just start attacking people or attacking Lee or if Lee doesn't like you, look, Lee's my boy. I've known him fucking a long time, and I personally think Lee Priest is the greatest short bodybuilder ever, and and I don't think anybody.
He is awesome, an awesome bodybuilder.
But I don't think that Rob did that from his. Who in their right mind?
Greg, the very fact. This is what did it for me. This is what sold it. The very fact that he has his name on the top of
That's
the
what I
page,
just said.
His IG account. What fucking retard?
What idiot's gonna do that?
And John, do you think I'm the type of guy, and Greg, that I would do something like this?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
No,
matter.
but I think you have people that like fuck with you.
What matters
Yes, they do. They do.
No, it doesn't matter. What matters is who is that fucking retarded that would A,
that's what I just said.
From their own pick, and B,
that's what I just said from his own profile.
Wait, no, who would fucking believe that he would do it from his real page?
Do you think Lee Priest is
Lee believes it, and he's convinced Jimmy that it.
No, but I think you know what it is. I think Lee don't like Rob, and then maybe that's
he doesn't,
because they did have a problem 3 years ago.
Silly drama stuff with this Team Humanity that I started. And
can you tell us the story? Can you tell us the story? What happened 3 years ago? I want Leslie to hear this from your mouth.
So years ago, Leslie, I started working with this Jason Genova. Okay, I thought I could help him out.
Another rocket scientist, yeah.
So anyway, I got involved with this Jason Genova, and he's bad news. Once you get involved with him, you get all these, they were called Misfit Maniacs. They come after you. And so I didn't know what I was doing. I got into this YouTube stuff. And, so I kind of got into it. And they started attacking me and my family nonstop, sending pizzas over, making videos on my family, my whatever it is.
I wish someone would send pizzas to me.
Wait, can I just say something? I wish somebody would fucking send pizzas to my fucking house.
Yeah.
No, they were
chopped liver. I could use some free pizzas.
Yes, but it was 3 times a day, and they weren't paid for.
They weren't paid for.
Oh, wait a minute, that's a different story.
I didn't know you could send pizzas nowadays without pay.
Right? Really? If you want to send pizzas, I'll send my address. You fucking guys, you better pay for that shit.
No, they were asking me to pay for it. So what we would do is my kids would feel bad. We'd tip the pizza man, and we're not gonna buy 3 pizzas a day. We're not gonna do that. So they started doing this, and there was other YouTubers mainly instigating this problem. So I guess I started this thing, which was really because I was training this kid with Down syndrome, and I don't know how this Team Humanity started. So I had this following called Team Humanity. And I guess they got upset at me because they were always starting drama with me and Cali Muscle or Jason Blaha sending him stuff, and he thought trolls were sending him stuff, and he thought it was me. They're doing it to other YouTubers.
Right.
So so they went ahead and contacted Lee Priest. I don't know how, and he came on. He said, "Let's go live, Rob," and this and that. And I guess he took over Team Humanity. So he told me, he said, "We're gonna joke about this, and we're gonna have fun with it." But he came on strong and started telling people, just kind of being mean to me. Okay. So I went back at him, and so we went back and forth, and that's what happened with that. So it started as a joke, but Lee, I guess, didn't like me or something, and it wasn't a joke anymore. So this is from years ago. So I just got back to seeing Lee now, and I think he's still a little upset, and that's why I don't know if I believe he thought that I sent that, but that's why he blamed me for that. So that's where it is.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my friend the other day. I was telling you guys offline, and I found out it wasn't my friend. He goes to me, "Bro, my fucking thing was hacked. That wasn't me." And he's coming over my house tomorrow. So it's a good friend of mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to tell you is he's telling me, "Bro, my fucking thing was hacked. Somebody was talking to all my friends and shit, and they were thinking it was him." You know what I mean? And so I'm just saying, I don't believe, unless you're the stupidest man alive, I don't believe that somebody's going to go on their fucking site with their name fucking tagged on and go attack these guys. Most of these guys talk. Listen, you read the comments here. Every one of us get blasted at one time or another in these comments. Even Dave,
I get blasted more than anyone does. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm up there too. Trust me. Valvolino, the fucking oil and whatever. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's even people. Listen, Jimmy the Bull is loved by everybody.
Yeah.
But I've even seen people say, "Oh, I can't think of screaming." Everybody gets it. We all get fucking blasted, so it's normal. But there's people who just out there. They don't come. Listen, you could blast me, John, anybody, but you're not using your name. See, the smart guys, they sit there, Venom 1, 2, 3. You're a piece of shit. Your fucking arms are pumped with air. Your mother was a man.
Or they use the name of the person they want to get.
Right.
Right. There's a way to mirror that. There's a way
Dragon,
to
after I want to
mirror
clear something up when you're done, okay? Let me just tell you, the first thing I told Lee when he came on, I was really excited, man. I'm like, you're one of my favorite bodybuilders and all that. I was excited to go live with him. So anyway, I started with respect and all that, but for some reason he didn't like me. Another thing is that was really bad.
Whoa.
Okay, we'll back up. Go ahead, John.
Totally confusing. So he came to you and wanted you to be on a live broadcast where you guys were going to do some kind of skit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And immediately, as soon as they turn the camera on, he's coming on to you like you didn't anticipate.
After a while, at first he was kind of reading me. I could see that. And there's the video
in the same program, not a day later or 2 weeks later. In the same day,
it got worse after because I think we went live a few times after that.
Okay, so this is where you're completely losing everybody.
Well,
okay.
you know what Lee's going to
Go
say.
ahead.
That's not how it happened.
Let John finish. Let's see if we can figure this out.
Wait. So he approaches you to do this broadcast.
Yes.
On the very first one. So you've done more than one. This is a string of them. How many did you do?
I'm guess this was years ago. We may have went live like 3 times. I would guess. Honestly, I don't remember exactly.
Okay. Just answer the questions.
Okay.
Episode number 1. Number 1. What happened?
We were talking just about if I could remember just things in general and all that, and
so let me. At what point
it went okay?
At what point in this trilogy did the attitude of Lee become combative towards you?
I think the second live where he told me he came on strong to me, and I told him, "Why did you do that?" I mean, he said some nasty things, okay, and I'm like, "Why did you do that?" And he said, "We said it's a joke and all that." I said, "Yeah, but you're going to get them to attack me and to do what you said to do."
Okay, so back up.
Okay.
Did you and Lee have a conversation after the first show about that show?
He means
I believe so. I believe so. I've never spoken to him on the phone. Okay.
My bullshit meter's going off, John, a little bit. I got to tell you.
What is that?
That's why I'm trying to get figure this out here.
And
that's what I said.
I'm trying to remember.
What I'm hearing,
that's not how it happened.
I'm talking. What I'm hearing is that this appears to be all Lee's doing, and he's using you, and that to me just that sounds fishy right there, because why would Lee do that?
He started telling me I look stupid, I have glasses, I'm bald, and just silly stuff like that.
Why would he all of a sudden do that? It doesn't make sense.
As part of the skit.
Yeah. So he was really. I thought, at first I was excited to be live with him, and I'm like, man, he's
let
really
me tell you
coming
what
on
happened,
strong.
John.
All right.
This is what I think happened. Rob gets, all into the, he wants to be part of the whole, community of what's going on, which I understand. Okay. And he gets excited about it. He handles it well, but then what happens is, he's on with Lee. So now he's, got legitimacy, right? He's actually, being validated by people. So now the insults that Lee was hurling at him, now he's taking it personally because he thinks him and Lee are friends now.
Yeah, because that's Lee.
And so
flirts like
what
that.
Lee was doing the first episode, which was okay, now is not okay. Now Rob got insulted, and he starts coming back at Lee in a nasty way, obviously, also. And so and that's what escalated it, I think.
Dave, that's crazy how you figure things out. And the thing is, crazy.
My father was a psychiatry 101.
No, but Lee's personality's fun. He's funny.
But Rob got insulted is what happened.
I think that's what it is.
And the only reason that Dave came to that conclusion was from me succinctly laying out the scenario of what happened.
Well, you're the DA.
Okay, let me tell you what else, Greg.
Dave and I work together.
Let me get Leslie's input on this. Leslie, what do you?
Wait. One last step, and then Leslie can have it.
The prosecutor.
So now, years later, after this whole thing goes, years later, now you're here with us on the same show, okay? No,
we're a family.
No, well, before you haven't gotten beat in.
You
yet.
fat bastard!
Okay. You're not family yet. So
you're bald. Just kidding.
So you and
Tony
Lee.
Greg.
You're on here together, and there's no conversation. Lee doesn't say to Dave, "What do you got this fucking moron on the show for?" Or you don't say, "Hey, Lee, it's great to be on the show with you again. No hard feelings, bygones be bygones."
I said hi to him. That's it.
No conversation. So you let basically this whole thing foment into what it is now, because nobody, including you, nobody approached Lee. None of us.
Right, but I think they were jealous that Rob was on the show, so someone obviously tried to sabotage that.
Right, and there you go.
Yes, Dave.
100%.
And let me just clear up one thing. You know what else?
Unless Rob's a psychopath and he did it himself.
Exactly.
There's always that possibility,
No, it's not. Dave, one thing. Let me tell you what they did. Okay, remember? I guess Big Lenny. This was horrible, man.
Right.
And this was other YouTubers and trolls. Big Lenny, I guess, made some video, whatever it is, some dirty video.
Up there so these guys can get a visual.
Okay.
Yeah.
He made this video, which I would not watch, and I never even, I would not watch something like this. It was I guess a sex video. Okay.
I saw it.
They started saying that I called his work because he made this video. And I didn't know where he worked or anything, and I've never had a problem with Big Lenny.
Wait. Rob, you got to get better at telling stories, dude. You left out the hugest modifying aspect of. It's not a sex tape. It was a sex tape of him with a tranny.
Exactly. And
I would not watch fucking difference.
I would not watch that.
A horrible looking one too.
A horrible looking tranny.
I saw that.
You guys know about it. John, did you watch it?
No, of course I didn't watch it, but
I know that.
Bro, I just want to say, Lenny, if you're watching this, you want to see some fucking trannies, come to fucking New York. I'll show you some of them.
But Lenny is a nice guy, man. It's his business what he does. He's a nice guy.
What is that?
That's the tranny's ass.
Is that a girl or a guy?
Guy.
That
right there?
That's big.
No, that's the tranny.
That's the tranny. That's Greg spamming the can right there.
Oh, I wouldn't give that. I wouldn't fucking touch that. Forget about it.
Ew. Nasty.
Oof.
Is he hanging out
Greg,
with that?
So I trained with him in May in Florida.
Is that his new girlfriend?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's old.
That looks like Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, Lenny's still looking pretty healthy in that picture there. So
Yeah.
They make it too couple in that picture.
he's got the tan 10-10.
Yes, yes.
I'll give Lenny one thing. He's very good at branding himself. You know, we don't brand ourselves enough. Although I do have Jimmy's the boss shirt on.
Right. That's true, Dave. He's very good at it.
Yeah.
He's very popular. When we were in the gym, a lot of people were coming up to him and asking for pictures. Yes, he's pretty popular. Very nice guy too, to be honest.
All right, so getting back to the Lenny thing, where were we at?
I mean,
John?
the Lee thing, Lee.
Where we were at was
let John ask
was
the question.
failure of Rob to modify the story of what the sex tape was, because I think leaving out the fact that, I mean, he wasn't with Alita Ocean. He was with fucking ugly tranny. Okay,
Who's
so
Alita Ocean?
one of the hottest porn stars you've ever seen. So,
but it's not my business.
At least that's what other guys say. That's
John.
There was a list on my Facebook feed of the hottest female porn stars, and that name stuck.
I'll bet you that's what you thought. I bet you that's how you thought now.
Ocean is
she's smoking out the ocean, my partner Paul would say.
No, because there was a girl in the industry named Ocean something, and I thought it was her when I first saw the list.
Gee, and that must be her real name too.
What's her name, John?
And she John, and she smells like low tide.
Something Ocean. It begins with an A. I'm not sure. Alina, something like that.
Smells like low.
John, do you have any questions? John's good at getting me.
Besides, so anyway, so the sex tape. You see this tape of him with a tranny.
I didn't see it.
You didn't.
Of course not.
You were sent.
I don't want to see it.
I'm sure you saw at least 30 seconds of it. Everyone saw 30 seconds.
I did not see nothing of it.
How do you know it exists?
Yeah.
What is that?
If you haven't seen it,
you know
everyone knows that it existed. It was
you never saw it.
I didn't know.
That is not the answer to that question.
Listen, John,
how do you know? How do you know?
Because they were accusing me of sending the tape to the place where he works, the hospital, which I'm not sure the name of it. And I guess he got fired, and he worked there for several years.
Right, but why?
Why would I would not watch the tape, and why would I?
Why would he get fired?
Hold up.
Okay.
Why would he get fired?
You allegedly anonymously called his work and said what, which got him fired.
I did not, so I didn't do nothing.
He's saying that's what there's accused of.
They were accused of this.
Alleged.
I have someone told. Hold on, John. Someone sent me a phone recording of you making the phone call to the hospital. I don't know if it's legitimate or not. Do you know about that?
Was it the call log?
I think it was a call log, but it was also I have the tape too of you making.
I would love to hear it.
I'll send it to you.
How did they get that though? That's what I want to understand.
Oh man, I would never do that. I never did. I'd love to hear it, Dave.
I'll send it to you later. Yeah.
So
how would somebody get that?
What was said?
Who knows?
What was said? What was said that got Lenny fired?
I think it was that he did a porn tape.
That doesn't mean shit.
Horrible.
You can't get fired
mean
for
anything.
that.
So did what's her name?
And today, not for nothing. All you have to do is say, "Yeah, I fucked the tranny." What do you say about that? People be like, "Okay."
I think they felt like maybe that Lenny would be
shit
like
today.
a sexual deviant, like that he would be a dangerous character. to
Man,
Oh.
the LBGDQLMNOP community.
Dude, they be all over with that woke
filing
shit
fucking
today.
discrimination lawsuits.
Thank you.
Like
With that woke
I don't
shit today,
I don't
you get a
believe Rob got
raise.
him fired. I don't believe Rob got him
Hey,
fired.
No.
you get a fucking raise.
Are you serious? They sent you a tape, or are you joking?
I have stuff. I don't believe it, but I have stuff.
But is it me? Does it sound like me?
It sounds like you on the tape, but I don't know. I have to. Let me review
He's
it again.
unmistakable.
Trust me, I deleted
it. I have to go back and look because I don't.
Okay,
Rob, to be
thanks.
honest with you, people send me stuff about you all the time, and I say, look, I know Rob. He's a friend of mine. I don't want to hear it unless he does something screwed up to me. I said, and then he's gone. I said, so far he's been nothing but a loyal friend to the show. To
Love
me.
you, brother.
I said,
honestly,
so I don't
and
want to hear
Dave,
about it.
I think you know. I've told you you're a friend and you're an older brother. How many times do I email you and ask you questions? Should I do this on my videos? Should I do that?
You're good. Yeah, we have communication. So Leslie, what's your take on this whole situation?
She's saying we're nuts.
That she's sitting him in a band
We're all
of
fucking nuts. That's her
lunatics.
thing.
Let's hear
What's
what
your
Leslie
advice to
thinks.
Rob?
John the prosecutor.
Is there any way, Rob, that you can find out who? I know you have your theories as far as who it might be, but do you have any way of finding out for sure? Like, is there? I don't know.
He would
much
tell
about
us if he
Instagram.
knew already.
No. There's no way. There's no. I could guess, but that's not. I don't think it's fair to like blame
No,
people.
don't pick people.
Yeah,
out.
don't guess.
We're not gonna
No,
guess.
I'm not saying.
Gonna say no names.
I'm not saying who you theorize it might be. I'm just
I've
wondering if
had
there's
so
a way
many
to
people
find out.
bother me over years and blame me for things I never did that I wouldn't even know.
I think it's Leslie.
I think it's Leslie. Leslie? Is it
I
you?
think she called up. I think
I'm
she
sorry,
changed her
Rob.
voice.
Hey, on another subject, I'm going to change the subject for a minute. But there was a big celebration for Bob Bonham at Strong and Shapely Gym, and I know Greg.
Yeah.
I sent you that picture that someone had sent me. Pull up that picture of Bob. Now you told me that there's some bad blood still at with the current gym owner there.
What it is, I don't want to start a big thing, with the guys there. I have no problem with it. But Bob, last year when they had an event, Bob said to me, "Please do me a favor and don't go." And I said, "Okay, whatever you want," because there's still a money issue. There was a money issue with Bob, and he said that he did not, get paid for the gym. There was that they hadn't filled the contract. Now, it's not. I'm not going to get in the middle of that. He passed away.
Right.
But that's Peter Neff. The guy in the middle is the first guy that, actually trained me. He's the one I always
trained
tell
me too
everybody.
for the first time.
But he's my friend. I mean, the guy was friends with him since he was a teen.
Oh, really?
We've both been friends since the 70s. He trained at my gym. We trained together.
Oh, I didn't
He's
know
the
that.
one who used to tell me I'm natural. And I used to think, well, what does that mean? Is he like a vegan or something? You know what I mean? I didn't know what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he
Look
was a
at
big.
Bob.
He wrote a
Holy
book
shit.
on natural bodybuilding.
Yeah, I have it here. Matter of fact, he wrote my name and he gave a shout out to me in the book. Natural and Built to Last. It's called.
His diet was
natural
very,
for life. Natural for life.
Yeah,
Natural Built to Last.
He was
is
a
his show.
Gruskin disciple,
Yeah, that's
right?
how I met Bob Gruskin, through him.
Oh.
But there's an issue, and Bob's family even still did not go, or any of his cousins or his sister, and because they felt like Bob felt like they didn't pay. The gym was not paid off. This is what Bob and his family said. So I have to show loyalty to Bob. I can't go to something that his own family's telling me, do us a favor and don't show up. You know what I mean? Because I honor Bob. He's in my prayers and everything. He's my best friend and everything.
Yeah.
So and I'm still upset about his loss because I can't. He was such a down to earth, together guy. He's the kind of guy you can go to for your problems, and to think that he would do that to himself. But that's also because you start fucking around with these depression meds, and some people they work, and other people depression meds cause more depression.
Yeah.
But and I don't care. The guys from Strong and Shapely, they may be good guys. I don't really know them at all, but Bob said they still owe me money, and his family said they still owe me they owed Bob money, and they didn't do the right thing by him.
There must be a contract somewhere, though, right, Greg?
I don't. You know what? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not for me to argue that, but all I know is if Bob tells me don't go to the thing that they had last year, I have to honor that and say, well,
Sure.
I'm not going to go because my loyalty is to Bob. And it hurts me because Strong and Shapely Gym it was like almost my gym. I helped him move all that equipment in there. You know what I mean? That's like a second home to me, and I was there all the time. Everybody knows that, but I'm there because it's Bob's gym, and Bob built that gym, and his family felt like they used his name to have that, to get people to come to the gym and honor him. Because his sister even said, listen, if they really loved him, they would have fulfilled the contract that they had between each other. Now, I'm sure if you talk to them, I'm sure they're going to say, oh, no, that's not true, this, that, the other thing. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going by what Bob told me, and I'm going by what his family said, because his family was not there, and they were always at every single event. I don't know if you knew his sister Sarah or, his cousin Ralph, and, he had a whole, his cousin Rosetta, not Rosetta Mortati, who's our friend.
What nationality was Bob?
Italian.
Oh, really?
His father was like a little bit of English or something, but his mother was like off the boat Italian.
Oh, I didn't know.
And his father even had some Italian blood, but his last name I believe is English, but he's Italian.
You are what your mother is.
Right, Italian. He was Italian. Like his mother is very Italian.
I'm in trouble. Okay.
You know, the whole situation is kind of sad because that gym is such a landmark. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what it is. Also, Dave, I told you off the cuff there that there's something there, okay? Because when Bob was selling the gym, when he was getting rid of the gym, one of the factors of him going down, to go to Florida, his lease was up, he told us,
Right.
And I know his landlord used to show up there when I was there. So he said, I'm going to have to move this gym, and I don't want to move this gym. I don't have it in me. He was in his mid-60s at the time.
Right.
So he was supposed to, that was it. The landlord was telling him, you got to move. We're going to change this into something else. And as soon as he was in contract with this guy, for somehow magically the lease got renewed and they're still there. And the same thing happened to me when I owned my gym because I was selling drugs out of my gym. I had fucking prostitutes in that. I had all kinds of
that would be a good reason to get rid of you. Yeah.
So my landlord hated my guts. You know what I mean? Like he would have been like fucking sending me messages on the internet, like, what a piece of shit I am and all this stuff. But anyway. So my landlord hated my fucking guts, the whole thing with all kinds of shit going on in my gym, And, we used to do some crazy sexcapade shit after hours in our gym. We used to do a lot of crazy shit. So he knew, so he could get me, once we got into contract with the other guy that we wound up selling it to, he did the same fucking thing. We weren't even allowed on the property, me and my partner, Paul. And we were served papers, you know what I'm saying? And meanwhile we're not even there, and he made a new contract. He actually colluded with the new guy, gave him a lease while we're still going to court with him. So It's two leases at one time. Anyway, so all I'm saying is there's something there. I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing. You find out who your friends are when you got to move. That's for sure. Because moving is brutal. It is brutal. Moving a gym is worse than moving your house.
You know what's funny? I moved to Strong and Shapely from the other location with Carlo Filippone.
Oh, really?
Him and I, ask Carlo about that shit.
That had to be
the heaviest thing, we were dying. The heaviest thing to move in a gym, fuck the equipment, is them rubber mats.
Oh, really?
When they're big, the big rubber mats, because they flop. You can't even fucking,
What were you putting in it, like a big box truck?
Yeah, we threw them in box trucks and shit. Yeah, ask Carlo. And you know what the funny thing is? I think you were at Bob's. The other first gym he had was actually his second gym, but he had a fucking freight elevator. Do you remember that? Upstairs. He had an upstairs.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we had the freight elevator. We were up there with Paul DeMeo and everything. Dude, we had to throw all that shit in a freight elevator, drop it to the bottom. Sometimes we throw it out the window into the truck. That's Carlo Filippone. It was me, Carlo Filippone.
All right.
It was horrible.
Let's get back to Leslie for a second. Leslie, if you don't talk, these guys will cut you right off.
No, Leslie's sitting there like this. Like,
she's trying to talk. No one's letting her talk.
He's like, holy shit, are these guys fucked up? Wow.
I got to talk to each one of them after the show.
Leslie, so last week's show, you seen it, right?
Now I have, yeah. I didn't see it right away.
What did you think about it?
So, I wasn't sure if Lee was genuinely upset or if he was.
He's upset.
He's legitimately upset. He truly believes it, and I think he's.
That's sad that someone said that about his family. That's very cruel and mean. It really is. I felt bad that Jimmy said that, like, he felt that Lee was really hurt. That's cruel. Whoever did this, saying this about his family and all this stuff, and that made me feel bad. I thought, Lee's a legendary bodybuilder, and a lot of people probably criticize him and all that. I thought like something like this probably, if someone sent him or said something like this, that it wouldn't bother him. But I didn't know that, it was really sad that it affected him.
No, if I thought you said it, Rob, we'd be done as friends. I love Lee Priest, but I don't like anybody talking about anybody's family. I don't like him talking about your. I wouldn't like him. I don't like anybody talking about your family. I wouldn't. Anybody here's family. I don't like that shit. And I actually am good friends with Lee. I respect Lee. I tell everybody, Lee Priest, greatest short bodybuilder.
Whoever did that's really low class.
But
that's
don't
cruel.
talk about Lee's family. You don't like me, talk about me. You don't like Lee, don't talk.
So Leslie, what do you suggest?
But not his family.
What do you recommend? Could we make is there any way Lee's gonna like me, or is he gonna believe that I didn't do it?
Rob would like to date Lee Priest. What's she?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind dating him. He's
No,
got
He wants to make a porn video
he's
with
got
Lee
nice
Priest
legs.
at some point.
Not that
Well,
hard.
keep in mind, it wasn't just what was said. It was because there was history between you and Lee 3 years ago. I mean,
That
it was
was
bad
never
enough what was
addressed.
said.
Right.
So, I mean, if I was Lee, I can appreciate where Lee's coming from, because he's like, you know, if something repeated itself in the past, then it seems more likely that this is a possibility right now. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that's why I understand why Lee truly believes this. Now, here's the other piece. I'm still a little confused. I liked how the adjudicator, John, was going down the road of the 3 shows, and it was kind of it was a joke in the beginning when the show you guys did 3 years ago. And then the way you expressed it is that all of a sudden he didn't like you. Now, I don't know Lee very well.
Me.
Yeah, I get that. Now, I don't know Lee very well, so I need to ask the peanut gallery this. The type of person Lee is, when he knows he's joking, he knows how to turn that on and off. And he knows as far as not to take it personally because it's just a joke. That's what I would assume.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So for him to know, like if I'm Lee and I know this is a joke and I'm into it, why would I all of a sudden take it personally? I don't. That's where my disconnect is. So I need.
What do you mean, like
where
where me and him started as a joke, and then he came at me, and then
it was he came at you and you didn't expect that, but you knew it was a joke. But where I'm saying is,
unless it wasn't a joke.
Listen, I think there was another guy that I was involved with that probably got Lee to do this thing, and I'll tell you later. I'll tell you who it is. I'm not going to say.
Can I say something,
Everything's
Leslie?
a joke until it isn't.
Yeah.
Leslie, can I say something? Listen, Rob, and I love you. I think you're a great guy. Okay?
Love you too, man.
But I think that Rob.
Will you do a porn tape with Rob?
Keeps happening with Rob. Okay, and you know, and I think Lee likes to play around. You know, he's got a great personality. I know him personally. He's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? And he'll say shit. I mean, he'll break my balls. He's broken my balls a million times, and I love it. You know, but I think that the pattern here is just keeps happening with everybody that you're with, Rob. So I think you have to. I think sometimes you get you're too and I mean this as a friend. You're too emotional about it.
Yes.
You let things bother you, and therefore triggers a response in you that makes these guys almost more like, you know what, fuck you. You know, because today you could be friends with that guy Cassidy, and then the next day you guys are enemies, and then you're friends with.
When I feel someone hurts me, like Dave said, I kind of just, get very upset.
Rob, like I said, I'm a guy who's got fucking more people that hate my guts. I'm a fucking most hated man in bodybuilding. That article, you know, fuck Valentino's a piece of shit. He's all full of oil. He never worked out. He's just shot himself and all this other bullshit. If I let that shit, see, you got to let shit bounce off you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, Dave, come on. You know, you got your own website here. You can't even, it's your website. If you say, listen, is a species nutrition something? Everyone's like, fuck, look, he's trying to sell a supplement.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the supplements work and everybody takes them. So, but the thing is, imagine if Dave banned everybody.
We had no one left.
Who made a rotten comment about him on hey, you know what? Oh, somebody said I'm hawking something. Get rid of that fucking person. Oh, somebody said
I want to tell you something real quick. You know,
he's
like my
like the
videos,
Derek Anthony, John.
I just like my videos.
Yeah.
Greg. You know, like my videos as a friend, Dave never asked me to. I like, you know, in my pranks, I show his stimuli and all that because I really like this product, and I appreciate him sending me it and just being a friend. He never even asked me to do this, but I do it just as a friend. That's because he's so good to me.
You guys are way off.
That's off.
Way off the path, Leslie.
No, but you know, here's a good analogy. Let's say that I, at some point, and you know, if Rob decided to say, "Hey, you know what, Dave? I've been advertising your products. Where's my commission check?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he'd be like, well, I've been advertising your products. And I'd be like, well, fuck you. I don't need you to advertise my products.
You've always preached stick in the skin.
No, but you know what I'm saying? And then Rob would get insulted because I said that. I could see how you can see how that can blow out of control.
No, but I would never do that.
I know. I'm just giving you for instance. I'm giving you for instance.
Yeah, but and this is why I'm trying to address this to Leslie, is that don't you see that what was originally laid out to Rob is what was going to happen is what happened. It was Rob's interpretation of it.
That's what I'm saying.
When he got his feelings hurt, that's where the disconnect is.
Right.
And in order to remedy that, I think don't you agree that Rob would have to come to Lee and say, hey man, I think we're all off base here because I took personally, when you said that this was going to be a joke, the second time through, I took it personally and I lashed out at you and it's my fault. If you got to fall on your sword here, bro, because
yes,
Lee.
That's what
I actually took the thought out of my head, John.
The way you laid it out.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
This all apart was that it was Lee who turned on you. When that's not the case.
Right. No.
That's what I said. He's got to thicken his skin. I feel like, and I'm telling you, Rob, this is a friend. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to tell you, like with Dave, myself, if I let everything, if Dave got rid of everybody that blasted him for fucking maybe talking about species or, called, the Palumbo bullshit, the Palumboism and, Valentino with the fucking balloon on. If we banned if I got rid of everybody that said that, I'd have nobody on my fucking, I'd have nobody on my YouTube.
We said
the thing is,
but he's got it thick in his skin, is what you're saying.
I would handle things different now.
What I'm saying is to Leslie, is the solution to this addressing that?
Yes. So here's the thing. There's two pieces. I would recommend that you do apologize to Lee, a genuine apology. Whether he's open to it or not, I don't know. But as far as being able to say, it started off as a joke.
Yes.
And yes, he came across strong, but that's his personality to get that reaction. So that's a good thing for entertainment purposes. But what happens is when you take that personally, there may have been stuff that came out from your side that went below the belt, that went, there's always a level you do not go below.
Yes.
Yeah, you cross the line.
Never go full retard, right, John?
So
maybe Leslie, you could get me and Leon, and we could really put an end to this, and I could apologize if I made any mistakes. I want to see how he feels, and I will apologize any mistakes I made. But I want to let him know that I was hurt because I always looked up to him as a bodybuilder. I was excited to go with him live. I thought I was going to make a friend, and then I felt he mocked me. That's exactly, and that's yes.
But that's the story of every problem you've had. I told you that you take everything very personally, and then
that's pattern.
Yeah, you told me that, Dave.
Yes,
but now listen, I don't do that. Let me tell you why, John. Because I feel I'm part of a family, the RxMuscle family. I feel like I have guys behind me. I'm part of the most respectable podcast on YouTube. And I feel that, seriously, I feel like Dave's very supportive of me.
I'm glad we've been validated by Rob. Yeah.
What is that?
You still haven't gotten beat in yet. So you got
you got a lot. You haven't been hazed yet.
That you could say this, it can come from the heart, and Lee might be saying this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he might say, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't say, you know what? You said
what
you said.
No. I understand.
You got to take, dude.
Yeah, I understand. And Lee even said, he was like, Rob feels he's never wrong. No, man, I made a lot of mistakes. I continue to make mistakes in my life.
When and if he allows that.
And, be a better person.
You just got to thicken your skin and not let somebody say, I don't like you, or somebody blast you on the internet or whatever. Because see, the same thing keeps happening with you. And it's obviously something, you're a good guy, but I think you let emotions get involved.
Yes.
And you can't.
But the fact that this was set up ahead of time, it was set up. He told it was a joke. Okay. Yeah. And you took the joke seriously. That's where the whole thing fell apart. So you got to go back to that primal wound and fix it.
Right,
Johnny. Now you got people that are adding to this. They love this shit. People love this shit. Look at when George was fighting Big Lenny. You had people fucking, George is this, George is that, Lenny's this, Lenny's that. They love it. They go back and forth. They went to George's website and they attacked the shit out of George. I mean, they did it to the point where George was like, listen, I'm trying to start a business here. And they're saying my cookies are shit. They're this, that. So that's what happens. See, they love this shit. You understand? They love this. And that's why I wouldn't be surprised if somebody made a mirror account and fucking, because they want to see Lee pissed off at you. You understand? They want this to happen, and they know that you're gonna get. Watch, Rob's gonna get really fucking upset about this shit.
No, I'm not gonna. Not anymore.
No, but that's But see, that's what happens.
But Greg, if anybody knows, if anybody saw those videos years ago,
which videos?
Whatever, the ones that Rob was on with Lee, where this whole thing started.
Yeah,
I could send you some, Greg, if I have them.
No, listen. No, I'm good. I don't. You know, I'm just saying. I'm sure if they saw the videos, I know nothing about that. Lee's my friend for years. I know nothing about any videos of you and him. I didn't know any of that shit ever existed. I know nothing about you guys with that, you know, before that. But I'm just saying, now you got this giant monster because, again, you know, the Cassidy Campbell thing, you know, these guys, women are your friends, and in the next minute they're your enemies. You got to just let it go. And if you felt like Cassidy, this guy Cassidy Campbell, if you felt like he did something wrong, don't go on the internet, make videos about. If I made videos about everybody that took a shit on me, forget about it. You know, Greg, what I mean?
You're completely right, but Leslie, that's a secondary issue. The primary issue is addressing.
No. I'm not saying don't address it.
No. I mean, all I'm saying is, if you want to fix this, you got to go back to the original place where it fell apart, and that's Leslie.
But maybe Lee, Leslie might say.
Let Leslie answer.
Maybe Lee might say.
Let Leslie answer.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Greg.
I love Greg.
I do too. I love all you guys.
I'm a New York Italian. I get like very.
You get passionate.
I do.
You get passionate. That's okay.
I do.
That's okay. All right. So I agree with you, John. Well, I agree with you, all of you guys, but I mean to some degree, and it is going back to the core issue. Where did it begin? And then really nail that. Like I said, take that accountability, look at everything. It might be more than one comment too, because if there were 3 shows, and I know you don't remember exactly how many shows, you were saying that it was at the second show, that's where it was falling apart.
I believe so. Yes.
And if that's the case, why was there a third show? where was the communication?
You know, I don't remember. I think there was a third show, and I don't even know if there was a fourth. This was years ago. And at the time, Leslie, I was being attacked by so many others because I was new on YouTube, and I was trying to do these positive things, show this kid I was training who I've known for years.
Lee couldn't have hated you that much if there was 3 shows.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, I was going to say,
there's something that's missing. He did 3 shows with you.
Good point.
If he did 3 shows?
If he did 3 shows, he couldn't have been too mad after the second show.
I thought he was using me as entertainment. Dave,
I thought maybe he was making fun of
Lee's good. He can entertain on his own. I can tell you this. Lee by himself, he's a fucking. If you've ever been around a guy, he's fucking funny, man. He's great.
Funny as hell. Are you kidding?
He's fucking great, bro.
Yeah.
He told me stories and shit. I could fucking laugh my ass off.
And he's with the masks and the.
Dude, my girlfriend and him text message. Fucking, my girlfriend drives him crazy with the text messages every day. They text. I told him, "You crazy. You don't understand. You start texting my girlfriend, she'll text you fucking 2 a.m, 4 a.m. She's nuts. You know what I mean?"
But Leslie, that is really sad if he believes it to be, and it is sad that someone wrote him this nasty stuff. It really is.
But I don't want you to focus on this. This is the problem. I don't want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on what you can do now.
Sure, and I will.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what, Rob?
And I'll apologize.
Let me tell you.
I
got some advice.
You got to own the.
What's your advice, Dave?
Right, here's my advice. You can't suck up to Lee and give him the old blowjob.
No.
He's like the world-class bodybuilder. You have to go, like Leslie said, back to whatever happened and say, you know what? If I insulted you at some point because I took something too personal, and I shouldn't have, I'm sorry. And that's it. You're done. That's it. Now he can either accept your apology or not.
I want him to tell me what
Don't give him the blowjob, Lee.
No. I want you.
No. You're right.
No. Volunteer what you did.
Then you give it to
Take ownership. Take ownership. Don't wait for...
Exactly, Leslie. Because, Rob, at the beginning of this show, you had us believing it was Lee, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's about taking, and that's again, that's the ownership that I'm talking about.
And unfortunately, Tyler may have lost the beginning of the show. We don't know yet.
No, how dare you, Tyler? You know,
Poor Tyler.
Listen, I just want to say, I'm going to get blasted. You watch the comments. Valentino, don't shut the fuck up. Why does Palumbo have him on? He should shut up. You know,
everyone knows you talk, Greg, and we love you for that, man.
I'm like that. So if you guys don't like it, tough fucking shit.
Yes.
Too bad, you fucking momo.
Leslie, so hopefully you could help, make peace and whatever mistakes I made. let Lee know me so I could let Lee let me know, and I could apologize or I could explain, or I'll be honest with him, man. I just want.
I'm trying to get Lee to call in so we can get Lee's side of the story.
He's probably sleeping. It's like fucking. Isn't it like
It would
6
be
in the
great.
morning over
It
there?
would be great if we could get him on.
But
He's
Rob,
sleeping.
like I said, I don't want you just to apologize. I don't want you to
I'll
wait
be
for.
sincere, but let me see why he's upset.
No.
Oh, no. Beat him to the punch.
No.
I want you to tell
Just
Lee
apologize.
and take ownership
Here he
for
is.
what
Look who
you
we got.
said.
Okay. All
Lee
right.
Creed.
Don't wait for Lee.
2 in the morning.
You take ownership and show Lee
He's
how
here?
genuinely
He's
sorry
here.
you are.
He's here. He's
You
joining
can't
us.
say why is he upset. You're supposed to
Okay,
know why
good,
he's
good,
upset.
good.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
excited.
Hold on,
Tell
you can't.
Lee.
You can't apologize to
Leslie
somebody.
had
One
some
minute,
counseling with Rob.
wait.
Rob wants to tell you something,
Wait.
Lee.
Wait, you can't apologize.
If you have a heart
to
attack,
somebody.
I better not be sued by your wife at this point.
I've only
You
got
saw
5
irresponsible
minutes.
use of stimuli.
There
right
he
there.
is.
Stimuli.
I've only got
Hey,
five, I've only got
Good
5
morning,
minutes.
Lee.
I got better things to do than argue with this moronic buffoon at this hour of the morning.
I'm
Hi,
surprised
Lee.
you're awake.
It's not even
Don't
6.
take
It's
it
not even
personally,
6
Rob.
a.m. It's not even 6 a.m. and I got to see this buffoon Rob in the fucking morning. Jesus, I thought I was having a good day. No wonder I got anxiety.
My girlfriend text you yet?
Could me, Lee, and Leslie talk? Could me, Lee, and Leslie
Go
talk?
ahead.
Leslie, go ahead.
Leslie already gave you your assignment, right? Let's see. You
Lee?
carried out.
What,
Yeah,
what
you don't
was
need
Rob-
Leslie.
what was-
The
what
ball's
was
in your
Rob-
court, bro.
Rob's assignment was to stop lying to people because you're going to get caught out playing both sides of the fence where when you're with one group, you talk shit about people. Then when you're with the other group, you talk shit about people. And then those people tell the other people you've been talking shit about. And you go, I didn't do that. I promise. I swear on my kid's life, it wasn't me. You know me, Dave. I wouldn't do that. You know me. When you do it and you got caught out, so suck it up and eat a hamburger.
But I don't talk anything against my RxMuscle, hopefully family one day. The thing is, Lee,
We told him he's
listen,
got to give you a blowjob, Lee, if he wants to get in the family, though.
Jesus.
He has to come to Michigan for that.
Yes. He gets
Anyway,
it.
Lee, could I ask you something? First of all,
Okay.
I like to apologize if I ever disrespect you in any way. I did not send you no messages, Lee. Could you tell me why you're upset at me or why you don't like me? Be honest, please.
You lie too much, Rob. You're being caught out. How many people have caught you out in lies doing things that you've been caught out like, you're like the kid with the hand in the cookie jar. It wasn't me.
What lies? Could you be specific?
Lee, let's limit it to what he did to you. Let's
Wait,
limit it to what
you
he
said
did.
it to show that you said something nasty to Lee.
He said
You
3
said
years ago
in
when you
the
guys
show.
did 3 shows.
You said you did 3 shows
Did we
together with
do-
him, and you did
we
something
do 3
nasty
lives?
to him.
Lee, let me just
You
tell
said-
him. Greg, let me tell you. So we went live the first time because you were taking over Team Humanity, right?
But they wanted me to, yes, whatever Team
Okay.
Humanity
And
was.
I was excited to go on with you. Listen, I was excited to go on with you. The first thing I told you, and I was being honest, and Dave told me not to suck up.
Who are you to tell me to listen?
Don't suck up.
Your
You're doing it
attitude,
wrong.
your attitude.
Doing
Your
it
First
attitude
thing
really
I
sucks.
was excited. I said you're one of my favorite.
Here he's sucking up again.
Okay.
You're
All right,
doing
so
it
listen.
wrong.
Don,
All right, so Dave, Lee, what is it that I did wrong? Tell me, like you're saying I lie or what is
Rob,
it I
you
lied
know
about?
what the fuck you did.
Rob, this is what I don't get.
No, you know.
Rob, you
It's
even
like-
said
it's like-
you said that. I know I
It's
said
like-
something
it's like
really
John
nasty to
saying.
him.
Wait.
It's like what John's saying. You know what you did wrong. It's almost like a couple in a relationship, and one knows the other one's cheating, but they want the other one to tell them or show them that they've been cheating when they know they have been cheating. But it's almost like you got to prove it to me. It's almost like you got that mentality where you do something, then you forget about it. Like you got this fucking Alzheimer's, where you got to remind me. Then you're like, did I say that? Look at that. Here's a clear, perfect example. I was watching that old video of you and Joe from Muscle Sports Mag,
Yes.
where you wrote to him saying you wanted to set Ron Harris up and say he was a racist about being with Muslims and all this other stuff. Remember that? And you're saying, I didn't say that, Joe. And Joe's like, Rob, I got the text here. And he had the text between you and him, but you sat there and denied it for how long, saying
He's
I
the
never
one that
said
told me
those
to say
texts.
that. He told me to say that.
He told you to say that. Did he told you to write to him saying, I'm going to set
Not to
Ron
write to
Harris
him.
up and call him a racist and use all this Muslim stuff saying that Ron Harris said that. But the whole time you sat there on his show, you denied that. And he had the text messages right there between him and you. You're like, then you said to him, Can you send me the messages? I don't remember this. Can you send me the
Because
messages?
someone sent him the messages. I never sent those messages. Someone sent it to
No,
Joe.
from your phone. He put it on there. It was your phone number.
Yeah,
It was your phone.
listen, Lee, Joe, I was on Joe's show. He said before the show, he sent me these messages that Ron was saying something about Arabs. And okay. So he told me, you want to bring it up on the show? I said, yes. And later I go to find out that Ron says he has nothing
said
against
you wanted
me.
to
His
do
daughter's
this.
married to an Arabic
This is,
guy.
I know what happened. I don't even know the story. I know exactly
All
what
right,
happened.
go ahead.
Rob wanted to be a part of the whole muscle sport, you know, the whole shtick. And I know Joe. Joe probably said, "Hey, let's stir up some shit between Ron Harris." And Rob's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And Rob got sucked into
but then he sits
1,000,000%
there
Dave's
right.
Rob should have said no.
Act like he never done
I'm not doing
Yes,
it. But
no, Dave's right.
I think he got set up on that too. But it's
Listen,
his fault.
100% Dave.
It's his fault for lying, though. Yeah, I don't.
Right,
And
exactly.
So, Lee, I mean, as far as
Because he wanted to feel like he was a part of the team, so he was going to do something like
And
against
that's the
Ron.
thing, Dave. That's the thing, Dave, with Rob. Rob wants to be part of any team. And if that team, this is why I don't trust him, because he wants to be part of this team. But if another team come along and they said, "Oh, that RX people, they're shit," he'd be like, "Yeah, I agree."
No
they're
one's been
shit.
loyal to me like Dave.
Wow.
No one has been loyal to me like Dave. Okay.
Yeah,
Dave,
the
what
only
the
reason you
fuck
like
did you
Dave
do
so
for
much
this
is because
guy?
Dave is getting your videos out there more.
Dave,
That's why.
Dave
because
at least gives me
Dave
the
is giving
respect
you the
of.
I understand him, John. I have great empathy for Rob. For some
Dave,
reason.
He
Dave is
understands
actually
me and he guides me.
Dave, because Dave is giving you the platform. Dave's giving you the platform to promote your stupid videos. That's why you like Dave so much, because no one else is pushing your stupid gag videos out there. Here's a good video you should try doing. Try being a normal human being for a day and not fucking lying. That would be a good fucking, like a gag reel to see if you could try doing that. Jesus.
But I'm not lying about anything.
Oh, no. That's what a liar says.
Oh,
Wait,
okay,
fix
So
it.
Lee,
But Rob,
hold on.
you have to.
Wait, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, I want to just ask Lee one thing. So when you guys were doing that initial video 3 years ago, first of all, I don't believe that Rob sent the latest round of messages to
Absolutely
you.
not.
We all don't believe it, but I think that he irritated.
Who's stupid enough to do
I
that
think
from the
he
road?
irritated the crap out of you 3 years ago, and that's why you have a bad taste in your mouth from him. What?
And
I can't even. This is what this. You know, if you were to ask me what we did 3 years ago, what we said
You don't
in
even
those
remember
videos,
it.
I could.
Yes.
No, because it wasn't even a speckle in my life that's going to leave any fucking meaning or anything on my soul or my heart. If I was in an electric chair right now and you said, "We're going to electrocute you, you can't tell us," I'd be like, "Just push the button." I can't remember because things
you don't
with
need,
Rob-
let me
things
tell you
with
something.
Rob
One
don't
thing
have
I
meaning.
like to apologize about, which I thought, I wasn't sure why you were coming at me or attacking me. I called you a racist, but then remember you said you were married to an Arabic lady or something?
Yes, I was married to an
So I
South
do
African.
apologize
That was
for calling
covered.
you that, because I do not believe you're a racist. I
Oh, but
apologize.
I see there's a
I wasn't sure
there's a
why you were
pattern
like.
there.
I wasn't
There's
sure
a
why you
pattern there,
didn't like
isn't
me.
there, Rob?
Huh?
There's a pattern there with you calling people racist and stuff. It's like,
I
if it quacks
apologize.
like a duck, it walks like a duck. It's a chicken, and that's you.
I'm
Dave,
just telling you, I apologize. I wasn't
I
sure
don't
why you
trust
didn't
that.
like.
I
I was trying
wouldn't-
to
I
figure
wouldn't-
things out.
I wouldn't trust you with my children. I don't even have children.
Lee, you always forget about your daughter.
I know, but I'm talking about little kids. She's
He's
old enough
talking
to
about
take care of
children,
herself.
kids, babies.
Kids are.
By the way,
kids are
My
awesome.
daughter. can
Rob
stop
said he
the
wants to
PP.
adopt Allie. Is that okay with you?
My
I
daughter,
adopt your daughter?
my daughter can stop the PP going between her legs. A 2-year-old couldn't. And I don't trust Rob.
Rob says Rob says he will adopt Allie and give her a job in Michigan if she wants to come live over there with them.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus. He needs to get himself a job.
Lee, if you came to Michigan, my house is your house, brother.
Oh,
My
Matter
house
of fact,
is your house.
he's going to leave his house, Lee, and he's going to sign it over to you.
Do you hear
No, I'll-
do you hear the
You know what?
do you hear the
This-
whooshing sound? Do you hear
Wait,
the whoosh? The whooshing.
Wait, there's a great
of all
joke
this
to that.
fucking sucking up, dude.
Wow.
Because
That's what I'm
why are
saying.
you doing this?
Because
I
I'm
know.
not
That's what we
understanding
told
why
you
he's
to do.
upset at me.
Wait,
that's what-
Rob will sign his
That's
house
what
and his
happened
wife
last
over to you.
That's
You
what
can-
happened last week, remember, when he tried to say he didn't do it. Then he starts going,
Get
I
Allie
really
on the
like
phone.
you,
Tell her
Lee.
she can have
I like
Rob's
you as
house.
much as
She's got a house in Michigan.
No, Lee's gonna go over to Michigan and say, "Your house is my house." Okay, now get out.
yeah.
So I mean, what else did I do wrong, Lee, that you're upset at? So I could apologize, whatever. Just tell me.
I don't take your apology because it's so fake.
Why? It's not. I apologize for calling you a racist.
Rob, but the thing is, I gotta help you here. Rob, you gotta
What
understand something.
rubbed you the worst?
You don't know what you're willing to apologize. If Lee said, "Well, you threw that snowball at my house," well, I'm sorry then. B,
Yeah, exactly.
you didn't. What I'm saying is, you don't know if you don't know what you did wrong.
I don't know.
And I'm trying to help you. If you don't know,
there were
what
so
you did
many
wrong,
things that were
he's
wrong.
Not, apology means like nothing. It's like a girl saying, "Okay,
Let him tell me what I
you.
did wrong." Why?
No.
No.
You know. We've been over this. You know.
Wait. So
Right,
I took things serious. Wait.
Leslie,
So
I want to ask Leslie. Just quiet down, Rob. Sorry. Leslie.
Okay.
We know where both sides stand now at this point. How do we get past this and move on from here?
Well, to move on would require each party to do their part. And
what's Lee's part? What's Rob's part at this point?
Greg, don't talk.
Lee's part is to give basically try to be open to what Rob is going to try to do.
And
now, I'm not
Rob
saying Lee has to forgive him, but what Rob's got to do is take more accountability. He said he's lied, or he claims he's lied, and then he said he hasn't lied. So there's got to be ownership.
About what?
There's about a bunch of things that we've talked about just in this session alone. So if you can't say to yourself, what did I lie about? I'm really questioning what are your thought processes, because I'm hearing it and I don't know you, Rob, very well. I mean, I don't know Lee very well, but Lee comes across, and I told him he was normal before in a previous show, that as far as, because he puts it out there, but you know where you stand with Lee. He's to the point. He doesn't need to bullshit. You have a history of bullshitting. And the thing is that the idea is also not to bullshit yourself, not even just other people. It's taking
you mean by telling him he's a great bodybuilder or whatever it is?
No, don't kiss ass. Don't kiss ass.
But what is it I'm lying about, Leslie? What is it I lied about?
Okay. Just in this episode alone, you said that you did not lie about the text messages that went back and forth between, I forget who it was now.
Oh, Pietro.
Pietro.
Thank you. So basically, and then later on, you said, you backtracked. Yes. And you were saying, "Oh, I didn't send that message," or "I didn't see that message," and then another time
I didn't send it, but I did see it.
So you didn't send it. Now here's the thing you're saying, and then the racist comments again.
This was on.
There's a lot going on.
On
you're. I think honestly, there's some denial going on with you, Rob, and it's.
We lost her.
The best freaking
voice. Yeah, but can I just say, I think that leaders just don't want to be friends with him, and I don't think he gives a shit.
Okay, let Leslie finish.
Finish, Leslie.
Okay.
But the other piece is that, it shouldn't be Lee that tells you what you did wrong. If he actually has to tell you, that's a problem. It's about learning how to do a lot of self-reflection, and again, we can do some work on that.
I guess I would apologize for taking him serious when he was joking. Taking things
that's part of it. That's part of it. Yeah, yeah.
Look, he's reflecting it back onto me. So it's Lee's fault because I took him serious when he was joking. So it's really him, not me.
Your fault. I'm saying I apologize for taking you wrong.
Rob, but you don't apologise. You say it, but then you kiss ass and you just go back and forth. And like I said, I can't be friends with someone that sits both sides of the fence because you're untrustworthy. You might be a nice guy around people and certain people, but I just don't trust you. I've been in this sport long enough to know when I see people who are like you. I've been in this sport, how long? 35 years or more. And I've seen many people like you that sit there and play both sides of the fence, nice to someone, then stab them in the back, and then you do the same to the other party you're with. So I just don't want to be your friend. As simple as that. I don't care. If you come on this show and I come on this show, I'll be civil. I'll talk normal. I won't put you down or say anything wrong, but I'm just not going to be your friend. As simple as that. So I could come on here and chat. It doesn't bother me, but I'm not going to be your friend. So don't put me in your friend circle. That's all.
Okay.
And to respect that day, Rob, sorry.
Yeah.
It's about respecting at least, he is entitled to his thoughts, his feelings, and respecting his decision to say, I'm going to be civil with you, but we're not going to be best buds and you're not going to be part of the family.
But he has to know too that I would never send that message to whatever was.
I need you to take the word never. Take the word never out of your vocabulary, please. Do not say never again.
The last message wasn't sent to him.
Okay. I think also what you have to do is, a lot of times friendship is proven. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Lee right now doesn't want to necessarily be friends with you, but if you prove to be a true person and speak honestly and support him and support us, I think over time Lee can change his opinion to you is what I'm saying.
Leslie, with that show that I used to go on, he used with the Joe Payatero, MSTV, he used to pay me, but they used to set me up for other YouTubers and trolls to not just mock me, but also harass my family. And Joe used to do that too. As far as my wife,
you allowed them to do that, though.
You blame a lot of Rob. You blame a lot of other people for things that happen to you. How about you just look at yourself and see why these things happen to you? You can't blame everybody else.
Why do you think they happen? Let me learn something.
This, people do that.
Because you're trying too hard.
Here's the thing, Rob. You have a.
Yeah, no one can make you do anything but you.
I got to be honest with you. I'm Joe's good friend. He's not the kind of guy that wants to attack family. He would attack you if he didn't like you, but he's not going to attack family because he's very family oriented. Like he'll tell you can say something about me, but family's off limits. In Joe's defense, I'm just saying because I know Joe really well. He's not. None of us like attack. Like that's what I said before before Lee came on. I was saying Lee probably doesn't give two shits. You talk about him one thing, but you start talking about his mother, his father, his cousin, his aunt. He's not going to like that. Keep it in him. But I don't think he. See, the thing is,
even that doesn't bother me now because trust me, I've had.
Me too. Me too.
Even on the get big boards. Hey Lee, I'm banging your daughter. I'm giving her anal sex. I just put LOL because I've heard it all before. I just laugh. I'd write back. Well, if you're doing that, send me some pictures. I like to have a look and make sure I caught her well. I just go along with it. But while we're here, look at this. At 6 a.m., I'm not even pumped, and look at that gun.
Nice.
That looks
very
good.
Impressive.
Yeah, just what I throw that in.
But you can't make somebody.
His testosterone's only 600.
But hey, Dave, you can't make somebody love you that don't love you. You know what I mean? Like it's like trying to you're trying to keep a relationship going. The woman's like, look, I'm moving out. I don't want any party anymore.
Rob made bad decisions because he tried to break into the inner circle, and he was willing to do anything, and he wound up compromising his own principles.
But you know what? It's almost making Lee more sick that he's trying to be like, okay, Lee, I'll,
that does annoy me. So this is why I got to actually get going because I got to take the wife to work and I'm off to the gym. But like I said, look, I got no problem with Rob coming on the show. It's Dave's show. Have a fun time. If Dave asks me on and Rob's on here, I'm not going to be rude or disrespect him. Just like I said, I can talk to Rob now like we're talking normal. But if we're out somewhere, like I said, I'm not going to be like a close friend or consider you as a good friend.
Cancel those tickets to Australia, Rob, right now.
I think if you're in person,
I still respect you as a person and who you are, but I'm not going to, like I said, be a close friend or good friend, as simple as that.
But that would all change if Rob would run into Lee's burning house and save his cat.
That's
good. It would all change if Rob jumped off a cliff and left a note saying, I really love Lee. I'm doing this to prove my love to Lee. I'd go, oh, he really did love me.
There goes our monetization for the show.
Lee, things are different when you meet someone face-to-face in person. Leslie, if you meet someone face-to-face and talk to them in person, it's different than it is here. You know what I mean? He would feel different.
Okay, Rob, you've got me. You might have me there. If we meet in person and you give me a reach around, you might almost get me, okay? You might.
I don't think I want to do that.
I can say something. Okay, I'm the only guy of all of us that ever kissed Lee Priest on the lips.
Exactly.
I have the video.
We had that moment of Strong and Shapely. I never forget it. There was cream pies involved.
We kissed on the lips. And you know what? I'm a little upset, though, because Lee went like this.
He wiped your kiss off.
It was all the cream pie we had.
That's because he saw the tranny you came there with.
What's that?
That's because he saw the tranny you came there with.
Yeah.
I know. I thought I was going back for a threesome.
I had my hand on Lee's ass when we did it.
and then I had a Sean Ray mask on, so I'm not sure.
I had the Sean Ray mask on, and I was going like this, and Lee was like,
You're lucky they didn't cancel you, Greg. Oh.
Now I
You guys
got
got to walk around on your knees if you had his face on.
All right.
Oh, we had a
That
great time.
that came later, John. That came later when he got his knee.
Lee,
That's why he had to kiss me first before he got on.
No,
the
I meant because you would make him the same height.
I know what you mean.
Lee, thanks for calling in. I know you have to take the wife to work. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Lee.
All right.
Now I've got to go to the gym full of anxiety after seeing Rob.
Yeah.
Have a good
Don't have a
workout.
heart attack, please.
I've got to go call Jimmy now to calm me down.
Jimmy's sick. Jimmy's going to be back at the VA later.
Jimmy's in the VA right now with the
Oh,
Chinese
God.
nurse.
Right.
Oh, God.
Fat one.
I'll talk to
Lee,
you later.
hold on. Lee, show us that arm again. John, this is, I just saw his blood work. He's got like the equivalent of like maybe like a 600 or 700 testosterone level. That's it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, mine's
crazy.
500.
That's
I will bet you any amount of money that he's got myostatin negativity.
Oh, definitely. Without a doubt. He has no myostatin in
Oh,
his body.
oh,
Look at that.
That's crazy.
God.
oh! I actually got a cramp. I haven't flexed that hard since the universe. Oh, I think I hurt my shoulder, Dave.
It's Rob's fault.
Now
Blame
I've got
Rob.
anxiety and a torn shoulder. Oh, fucking hell.
Hey, I had a question for Lee before you
Rob
go.
fucked up
Lee.
Lee's shoulder now.
Lee.
That's going to
Wait. I had a question for Lee. What is he? Could you still work out with 315 on the bench, Lee?
No, I can't due to that side of my shoulder. No.
Stop sucking
Oh, okay.
up!
I'm just asking.
Stop it!
I'm asking.
John, what do you, John,
Just
I got a
stop
question for
doing
you,
it.
John. John, I got a
Stop
question.
inventing new ways to
I'm not.
stop.
I have a
wanna
question
know.
for John Romano. How much do you bench
Yeah,
press,
he don't
John?
like that.
Greg, how much do you bench? Could you bench 315?
Nah,
Greg?
not
Leslie,
anymore.
how much do you bench press?
I'm fucking 61 years old. I'm lucky I can pull my pants up.
I can get
John,
315
John,
for a
John,
few
can you
reps.
still do 6 plates on the leg press, John? I want to know, John. Can you still do 6?
Greg, how many pull-ups can you do at this point?
I don't know.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I got
Leslie, do you
I think
do
Leslie could do
as in them
T-bar
fucking
or
underwears and shit. I
Do
can't.
what?
I don't know. I don't try. I'm like a
Do you do
cannonball, bro.
T-bar or barbell row? Since we're all asking you training questions now all of a sudden.
Barbell rows.
You prefer dumbbells or barbells? No.
All right.
Do you
Actually,
squeeze your
dumbbells.
back or just pull
Dumbbells.
your elbows in tight? And when you do
Elbows in
laterals,
tight.
you go, oh, good. You see, this has become a good informal training discussion now.
See that?
Leslie, you still taking appointments for people?
I am, yes.
Okay. Give us the number again.
So 416-805-6155.
That's the book your
Lee,
appointment.
don't lose
with
my
Leslie.
number.
And if Leslie,
Are
if
you
Leslie can
charging
help
yet,
Big
or are you
Rob-
still doing them for free?
No, not for free anymore.
Oh, okay.
No, you're gonna have to
Number's
pay.
over.
If Leslie can help Big Rob, she can help anybody.
I think
Yes,
Rob should do a few
please, help
sessions
me,
with him, to be honest
Leslie.
with you.
Help me.
I hope
Just contact
Leslie's
me.
got someone. I
Wait.
hope Leslie's got someone good to talk to after trying to help Rob, because she's going to need
You know how
it.
they have, John, you know how they have these like scientists that will work with the chimps and get them to like, sign and all that stuff after like 4 million sessions, and then they introduce them back to the world and they say, look at this chimp that was a wild maniac, and now he's speaking with hand
Listen.
signals. I think
I'm gonna give Leslie's number to my girlfriend. She'll start texting Leslie like a motherfucker. By the time she's done, Leslie's gonna need therapy. Leslie herself is gonna need therapy. I'm telling you.
I
My
think that
girlfriend,
Leslie could
3 in the
tame
morning,
Rob.
don't matter.
I think
I'll just
Leslie
go to
could
the
tame
gym
Rob,
more.
and she can bring him back as a normal human being.
I got to go. It was great talking to you all.
All right. We
God
got to
bless.
wrap this show up
Great talking to
anyway.
you,
Thank you,
Leslie,
Lee.
John, Dave.
Thank
Greg,
you, Lee.
and-
Thank you,
and
Leslie.
even you, Rob. It was nice.
Thank
seeing
you, Lee.
too.
Have a good workout.
Greg,
I
John,
can't
I
wait to
love
come
you,
to
Still
man.
doing it.
Rob, thank you for joining us and being so forthright today. And
Thank you.
I'm sure nothing will change, but let's take a step in the right direction. How about
Just
that?
Yeah.
stick in the skin,
Yes.
and then things will get better.
Radical Honesty.
I'll
Ever
work
read
on
that book?
myself.
There's a great book called Radical Honesty. Just
Okay.
being honest about everything. It's,
All that trouble to get Mr. G's chair.
There's even a better book. It's called The Art of War.
yeah. Well, you know what's even
Well, how
crazier?
about,
I'm
what
going to
about
hang up
chemical
with you guys,
warfare?
and Mr. G's going to probably walk in the door. I'm ready for the show. And I'm going to be stuck with him the rest of the afternoon.
You're fucked.
Oh, boy. All right, guys, we got to wrap this thing up.
Mr. G's the great guy.
Thank you for everyone for joining us, Leslie.
Thank
If you want to contact Leslie for a session, she gave you the number. Give her a shout. She's really good. If she could get Rob and Lee to talk, I think that shows her true talent right there.
Thank you so
Being
much.
able to tolerate us for 2 fucking
There you go.
hours.
There you go.
I love you guys.
Yeah, I know. Hey, did you hear?
She's
but
like, holy
before we
fuck,
wrap
are you
up,
guys nuts.
did you hear that Janet Jackson is saying that her brother Michael Jackson was shaming her growing up, calling her a fat pig? Did you see that? It was on TMZ.
No.
Yeah. You know, she was a fat pig when she was a little kid, and you know,
Dave.
all brothers do that to their sisters. I did it to my sister, and she turned out. You know what happened? She lost weight. She looked great, and now she looks great to this day because I told her to stop eating all that junk food. You're gonna be a fat pig, and it worked. But no, she wrote some book, and of course they're gonna grab headlines. It's on TMZ.
Yeah, especially since he's dead. You could talk about anybody when they're dead.
They
right?
were very close, though. Of all the Jacksons, the two of them were
that's true.
the most.
Yeah,
the
but you keep
closest.
that shit in the family. Why would you fucking
She's
write
like,
stuff
I
like that?
forgave
Like
him, but
you said.
it hurts. It still hurts. It still
Oh,
hurts.
brothers pick on sisters
I
all the
know.
time. I got a sister. I fucking hated her guts when we were kids. You know what I mean?
You know what they do? These celebrities write a book, and they say, you know what? How are we going to sell this book? So they take
Promote
the most
weakness.
meaningless line in the whole book. Oh, Michael Jackson was fat shaming Janet. Oh, let's use that as the headline to sell the fucking book.
You mean
Meanwhile, the
Latoya?
book wasn't even about that.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. Are we still on? Or we
We're
off?
still on.
Oh, we are. Okay.
The question
fat
is, did
fucks
the
out there
beginning of the
lose weight?
show record? That's the question. It might not have. So if you guys are watching this and you're like, what the fuck happened in the beginning? I don't
Watch
know.
the show. Wait, what do you mean? We lost the beginning of the show?
We don't know.
Simply don't know
It's
yet.
questionable. When we hang up, we'll find out for sure. Tyler will have to go do it.
Tyler, you're fired.
Yeah, listen, I understand.
I'm kidding you. You know, is you're a
All
Democrat.
right, I gotta go. I got
Can we
other
say
interviews to
something
go.
about
Guys, I love
can we
you,
say
man.
something about
Thank you so
Republicans
much.
or something?
I'm Dave
Maybe
Palumbo with
cut it
another
out.
episode of After. Good night,
Watch,
guys.
I'm going to get blasted. He don't shut
Hey,
up. Even
guys.
Chris Romano